I watched it go from 200 to 500, to by the time we got to 3rd precinct, it was over 1,000 people, and by the time that night was over, it was over 5,000 to 10,000 people.
I can smell the burning rubber from the AutoZone that's going up in flames. I'm seeing the people straight ahead of me on top of the building of Minneapolis Liquors throwing Molotov cocktails onto the front foyer area of the precinct. And all the while, I've got police inside the building who are transmitting, they're breaching, they're going to breach, they're coming in. The decision was made, again, lives are at stake here, and it was getting those men and women out of there fast and as safely as we could.
And I remember at that moment, the level of excitement that people felt. It sounds crazy, but literally the excitement that people felt that they were taking the power back from the Minneapolis Police Department. It was a level of rage and energy I've never experienced in my life and probably never will experience again.
You know, when I look back 5 years, if there's things I would have done differently, I would have pushed harder and sooner at trying to dismantle some of the toxic culture that allowed that indifference to exist.
We've made some significant strides working with our Minneapolis Police Department as far as their future hiring, some of the policies that they have in place to ensure that those type of things won't happen. Well, hopefully don't happen again.
What was very interesting on a large scale in terms of when Mr. Floyd was killed was the benevolence of corporate America and other institutions, and for the first time naming the inequities, particularly within Black communities in America, and certainly specifically to Minneapolis. There seemed to be an initial genuine gesture to try to address those. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that when I talk to Black community members and family members, many feel that those initial promises have rang hollow.
What I don't see is the community that's over here, an investment into it. I don't see that, so I respect the fact of what community can do to come together, but at the very same time, I do believe that it's important that we help change the conditions for those businesses and especially for those African Americans that's in this city and in this ward.